strap if you have a yoga strap for the end of practice, just to help find length in the back of the legs as we take it out to the side and then cross it over. And if you don't have a strap, you can use a scarf or a towel. Everyone has a towel. And you don't even need a long towel. You can just take a short towel, just something to put around the ball of your foot to take out. And every time we practice yoga, we are stretching, but I thought it would be fun to incorporate some stretches at the beginning and at the end of this practice today. So we're going to start in a wide leg child's pose. So go ahead and take yourself there. Bring the toes together. Open up your knees as wide as the mat. And allow your hips to just sink in, settle back. What a great way to start any day on a yoga mat. So just taking these first few moments to thank yourself for just allowing the time, right? Just taking the time for you. It's so critical. It's so important. And many of you have been practicing for a long time, so you understand all the benefits that come with taking the time to show up on your mat today. So take about 7 breaths here, as this is where we will begin. Your choice is to have your arms relaxed as you reach forward, so more passive, or to energize those fingertips and those arms, keeping them up off the mat. Whatever feels good. Just do what feels good. Let everything else go. 4 more breaths. With your exhalation, continue to push the hips back. As we inhale, we create space. As we exhale, we move within, moving the body into that space. Take 2 more deep breaths here. And then the last breath is going to be audible. So deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, sigh it out. And then slowly round up through all the vertebrae of the spine. Bring the knees under the hips. We're going to go into thread the needle. And instead of reaching that arm up, just thread the arm right through. Drop the shoulder down. See if you can get the ear down. And just relax. See if you can keep the hips square. Now tent the fingers of your other arm and push through the fingertips as you release that shoulder and that ear to the mat. And notice where you feel that as you're pushing your fingertips into the earth. And now relax that tented hand. Take 1 more breath. As we switch to the other side. Just thread the needle, arm down, shoulder down. Ooh, I feel some cracking in my back. So relax into it, about 3 to 4 breaths. As an option, tent those fingertips on the opposite hand and push the fingers in and feel your whole core engage as you do that. So it's a very active thread the needle. One more deep breath. And then release into tabletop as we roll through a few rounds of cat-cow. Take a deep breath, inhale, gaze up. Exhale to round, of course, the spine. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Really accentuating the spine and this beautiful extension. And then as you tuck your chin to the chest to roll into cat, really pushing the spine, tailbone up. And then release, walk the hands forward for extended puppy. Drop the forehead down. Feel that beautiful stretch under the arms. Make it active by pushing the fingertips into the mat and getting those arms up off the mat. One more breath. And then release. Walk the hands back. Take the legs back. Roll onto the belly and bring the right elbow under the right shoulder. We're going to roll onto our side. So we're going to roll onto the side. So a nice long side stretch. So if you need a deeper side stretch, this is very challenging. You can come up on that bottom arm, but it's very intense. I prefer to keep my elbow bent and then reach the other arm up and over your head. And reach up and over. Just keeping the whole side body on the mat. And breathe into the space. And then notice how your body is fighting to maintain balance. And then release. So with that top arm, bend the top foot, reach back for a quad stretch, grab the foot. That should feel really yummy. You're even pumping your heart forward. A little extension in the back, in the spine, and a beautiful quad stretch. And then release. Roll onto the belly for Sphinx, gaze up. Hold that. And then we just switch sides. So bend that elbow under the shoulder, roll onto your side, stacking the hips. Inhale, take that top arm up and all the way over the head. Keep reaching up and over, fighting for balance. Just surrender. One more breath, reach up and over. And as you exhale, take that top arm, bend that knee, reach back, grab the foot. A little arch in the spine, pushing the heart forward, finding that beautiful stretch, stretchy flow, and the top of that quad. Release. Take it back into Sphinx. Breathe. Bring the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Take your time. About 4 breaths in downward facing dog. We're going to also do a stretch in our downward facing dog, but take 2 more breaths here as you settle in. Find some stillness. On the next breath, it's three-legged dog, right leg high to the sky. Bend the knee, stack the hips. So opening the hip. With the right hand, tent the fingers, take a peek under the right shoulder, and maybe elevate onto the left toes. Left heel off the ground, you're balancing on the left toes, hip is open, right fingertips are pushing into the floor. Everything should be shaken. And then slowly release back into that downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Find stillness, one breath. Three-legged dog, left leg high to the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Tent the left fingertips, push through them, and maybe elevate the right heel. Staying with the breath. And slowly release. Back to your down dog. Take a breath to finish here. Bend the knees, lift the heels. Jump, float, or walk to the top of the mat. Hang out in ragdoll. This is an amazing spinal stretch, of course. Hamstrings. Just everything. Relax the head, the neck, even shake it out a few times. Drop the hands to the mat. Take your time, as if there was a string on the back of the neck, and roll up one vertebra at a time. Keep the chin tucked to the chest as the head comes up last. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Interlace the fingers. Release the index finger. Take it over to the right. Inhale through center. Take it to the left. Inhale through center. Release the hands to the base of the spine. Supported camel. Push the hips forward. Drop the head back. Slowly come out. Interlace the hands behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. A soft bend in the knees. Forward fold. Lifting the arms up over the head. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Now bend the right knee and look to the left as you keep those hands interlaced. Hamstrings screaming. Screaming joy, so happy. And then switch, take the chin back to neutral. Bend the left knee and look to the right. Smile. And then release. Drop the fingers to the mat. Inhale to create some space, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Step the left leg back for low lunge. Just keep the hands on the mat for a minute. Just settle into the low lunge. Left leg back. Right knee right under that right heel. And now sweep the right arm back and see if you can reach back for the left foot. So bend the knee, grab the foot if that's in your practice, or just keep that right hand back on the left hamstring. Make sure you don't allow your right knee to open too far to the side. Keep it right under that heel. Take a breath. Sweep that right arm all the way back up and around. Back into the low lunge. Straighten out that front foot for half splits, just for a breath in transition. And now step back to the top of the mat. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Step the right leg back, drop the right knee down, low lunge, keep the fingers on the mat. Inhale to lift the left arm up and swing it back so you're in a twisted low lunge. Maybe bend the knee, grab the foot if that's in your practice for that quad stretch. Maybe you can grab your yoga pants. And then release into half splits wherever you are. And we're getting ready for our first chaturanga. So modify if you need to. Inhale, step the right foot up to meet the left, top of the mat. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Step back into high plank. Hold it for a breath. Modify if you need to. Otherwise, chaturanga, baby cobra, or upward facing dog. And now, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths in down dog. We're going to move into some flow. So it's going right from stretchy to some vinyasa. On a breath, take the right leg up high to the sky. It's right leg to the right tricep, touch it. Stay right there. Right knee to the forehead, round the spine, really push to the fingers. Right knee to the left tricep, touch it. Take it back through center, round the spine. Push, 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 push. And now just drop the shin down as you move into a modified side plank. Reach up. Reach the arm up and overhead, should feel good. Release into a forearm plank. Step the right leg back to meet the left. Hold your forearm plank. And we're going to roll onto the right side for forearm side plank. And lift the left arm all the way up and over the head. Breathe, breathe. Back to forearm plank. Lower the belly down for Sphinx, gaze up. Now walk your knees up for dolphin. Drop the forehead down. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips. Breathe. Step into your downward facing dog. Just take a breath. Inhale, high plank, chaturanga. We meet in downward facing dog. Repeat that on the other side. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Lift the left leg up. Left knee, left tricep. Touch it, hold it. Take it to the forehead, round the spine, push the mat away. Touch the other arm. Take it back through center. Push, 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 push. Now drop that shin down. Modified side plank, reaching the opposite arm up and over the head. Take it into a forearm plank. Feet together. Now roll onto that left side for forearm side plank. Take it into Sphinx, dropping the belly to the mat, gaze up. So either stay here or do another dolphin by crawling the knees up, tucking the toes, lifting the hips. Move into your downward facing dog. 2 breaths. And then your flow. Roll into high plank, cobra, or upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Nice. From downward facing dog, right leg high to the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Gaze under your left shoulder. If you see that right foot, drop it down for a wild thing and reach the right arm all the way up and over the head. I'm going to lower the left hip to the mat. Take a deep breath, inhale, reach up and over again. 2 more, just like that. Drop the left hip to the mat. Inhale, reach your right arm up and over. You have 1 more, drop that hip down. Inhale, reach up and over. And now move back into 3-legged dog, right leg high to the sky. Take the right leg to the top of the mat, runner's lunge. Hold it, reach the right arm up, take that twist. So same thing, touch the right fingers to the mat. Inhale, reach up. 2 more just like that, right fingertips down. Inhale, reach up. Last one, reach down. And this time come up. You're going to come up into twisting lunge. So right arm back, left arm forward. Left leg straight, right knee bent. You got it. From here, we're going into revolved half moon. You're going to launch off the left toe, drop the left hand to a block. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Breathe. Drop the right hand down, left hand on the mat. Step back into high plank. Chaturanga. We meet in downward facing dog. Breathe. Take 3 breaths in transition. Do it feels good. The second side's always easier. You know where you're going. On a breath. Left leg high to the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Open it up. Peek under the right shoulder. If you see that left foot, drop it down for a wild thing. Reach the left arm up, reach up, reach up, reach up. Drop the right hip down. Tap the mat. Inhale, swing that left arm up and back. 2 more, just like that. Right hip taps down. Left arm reaches up and back. Last one, drop it down, reach it up, and now 3-legged dog, left leg high to the sky. Step the left leg to the top of the mat, runner's lunge. Sweep the left arm up, taking the twist, in runner's lunge. Tap those left fingers down, touch the mat, inhale, reach up. 2 more, just like that. Tap it down, reach up. Last one. And now lift up, rotating into twisted lunge. Left arm back, right fingers forward. Breathe. We're going to launch into half moon. So rock off those right toes. Drop the right hand down. Right leg up, left arm up. Revolved half moon. And then release the left hand to the mat. Step back into high plank. Go through the flow or skip it and meet us in downward facing dog. Your choice. Breathe. So we're going to roll through that sequence 1 time at a little bit of a quicker pace on each side. So while you're taking your rest here It's going to be down dog, three-legged dog, wild thing one time, runner's lunge with a twist, right into twisted lunge, right into revolved half moon. On a breath, right leg high to the sky, three-legged dog. Bend the knees, stack the hips, open it up, drop down into wild thing, right arm reaches up and back. Here you go, three-legged dog, right leg high to the sky. Step it through runner's lunge, reach the right arm up. Lift into twisted lunge. This time drop the right hand back, lift the left arm up. And now move into revolved half moon. Reach up. And release. Step back high plank. Chaturanga. We meet in downward facing dog. Left leg high to the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Wild thing. Three-legged dog. Runner's lunge with a twist. Inhale, twisted lunge. Left hand down, right arm up this time. Launch into revolved half moon. Drop the hand down, step back, high plank, go through your flow. We meet in downward facing dog or child's pose, your choice. If you took yourself to that wide leg child's pose, notice if you feel any more open. We're going to do another flow sequence with some different asanas in it, and then we're going to finish with a deep stretch. Take 2 more breaths wherever you are, down dog or wide leg child's pose. And then we all meet in downward facing dog. Take a breath. Take the right leg high to the sky. Step it through, runner's lunge. Take the twist, right arm up. And now come into that twisted lunge. Yes. And now high lunge, bring the right arm forward, reach up. Open up, warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Keep crawling the left fingers back. Inhale, warrior 2. Take the gaze off the right fingertips. Stay here. Straighten out the front leg. Move those right fingers forward as you move into Trikonasana triangle. So either reach that left arm up straight to the sky or take it up and over your head. And if your left arm is over your head and you want to challenge your core, reach the right arm out to meet it. Breathe. Wherever you are, inhale, 2 straight legs, take it straight up. We're moving into Skandasana. Bend the left knee, pop the right toe. So stay here for a moment. From here, we're going to launch into half moon. Take one more breath here, Skandasana. And then slowly shift over so the weight is in the right foot. Inhale, half moon, reach up. Stay here, enjoy this. Maybe go into sugar cane if that's in your practice. And on the next breath, lower the foot for pyramid pose. So 2 straight legs. Feet are about 2 to 3 feet apart. So pyramid. Relax the head down towards the knee. Take deep breaths from the base of the belly. Inhale to come halfway up, gaze forward. On your exhale, start to crawl the right foot over to the left side of the mat, so you're crossing your feet. Right foot as far to the left side of the mat as possible. And walk the hands over to the right, getting this deep side stretch. Everything's twisted. Legs are twisted, spine is twisted. On a breath, take it back to center. Drop the back knee down as you move right into a seated twist. Hip down. Inhale, bring both arms up over your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take the right hand back and the left hand. Pull the right knee in, gaze over the shoulder. Breathe. That feels really good. So a lot happening in that sequence. We're going to come out of the twist. And just take your right knee back to meet your left. So you're in tabletop. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips. Downward facing dog. We get to do all that on the other side. And then we move into slow stretches. Left leg high to the sky. 3-legged dog. Step the left leg through. Runner's lunge. Take the twist. Left arm up. Inhale into twisted lunge. Inhale, high lunge. Reach both arms forward. Open up, dropping that back heel down, warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Smile. Crawl the right fingers down that back leg. Inhale, warrior 2. Straighten out both legs. Reach those left fingertips forward as you transition into Trikonasana triangle, keeping the core tight. So either right arm straight to the ceiling or take it over the head. If your right arm is reaching forward over the head, see if you can lift those left fingertips up for some core work. Breathe, stay with the breath. A soft bend in the front knee takes you up to standing, 2 straight legs. Sink into the right knee, Skandasana, pop that left heel. From here, we're gonna float into half moon. Take one more breath here. Just enjoy this deep inner thigh and groin stretch. And start to shift your weight to the top of the mat. Balance on the left foot. Inhale. Take the right leg up, right arm up, half moon. Maybe move into sugar cane if that is in your practice. Always move into the next area that you want to. Do what feels good for your body. Bring the right hand down. Drop that right foot down. 2 straight legs, pyramid pose. Tuck the chin to the chest. Forehead to the left knee. Inhale, come halfway up. And as you exhale and fold, start to crawl the left foot over to the right side of the mat. So you're crossing those legs. Breathe. Walk the hands to the left, getting that nice stretch in the IT band. Ooh. The side's tight for me. Walk it back to center. Drop that back knee to the mat as we move into seated twist. Use a block if you need to. You can see I have to prop myself up on a block. Inhale, float both arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take the left arm back and the right hand on the outside of that left knee. Peek over the left shoulder. Take that beautiful twist in the spine. Inhale to take it back to center. Uncross the legs and just come to seated. Extend the legs long. For seated staff, bring the hands right by your hips. So seated staff is very active as you push the palms into the mat, lift the chest up. Flex the feet back and maybe even your heels are coming up off the floor. Should feel good. And then relax. Take a deep breath, inhale, reach up. Exhale, just forward fold. This is a great place for a strap or a towel or a block right at the base of the feet. Keep looking at the toes. So instead of sinking, keep the chest tall. Flex the feet back. Look at your toes. And now forward fold around the spine. Let it go. And release. Slowly come up. Ooh. All right. We'll take the right leg out to the edge of the mat. Sole of the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Take a breath. So flex the right toes back. We're going to take the right hand and see if you can cup the right calf. So see if you can put your right hand under the right calf. And then start to open to the left by twisting the left shoulder back. And then maybe lift the left arm up and overhead like you're going to grab your right toe. So really deep, intense side stretch, hip stretch. Right hand under right calf, left arm reaching for that right toe. Reach, 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 reach. And then slowly come out. As you come out, bring the left hand behind you. Set it down on the mat. Release the right arm up. Lift the hips. Point the right toe. So this is a modified wild thing. Keep pushing the hips up. Keep taking the right arm up and over the head. And then slowly release to come out. Move back into seated staff. Push the palms by the hips. Inhale. Sit up nice and tall. This time, take the arms out like the letter T in seated staff. Reach and push the walls away. And now interlace the hands behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Gaze up. Breathe. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe lift those arms up. Squeeze the shoulder blades up as you drop the forehead to the knees. Slowly come out. Keep the hands behind you. Point the fingers forward. Point the toes. Inhale, upward plank. Lift up, gaze up. Slowly release. Take the left leg all the way out to the left edge of the mat. Bring the right sole of the foot to the inside of the right thigh. Take a deep breath, settle in. Left hand under left calf. Right arm up and over, like your right fingers are going to grab your left toes. And notice what's happening with that right knee. Is it coming up off the mat? If it is, push it down. One more breath, reach, reach, reach. Inhale to come out and bring the right hand all the way behind you. Push through the right palm and lift the hips up as you take the left arm all the way up and over your head. Modified wild thing. Reach up, reach back. Feel that beautiful opening in the hip flexor. And release it to the mat. Take both legs wide. Just a little bit off the mat. So not a huge wide leg forward fold, but just off the mat. Inhale, reach up. And now forward fold. Flex the feet back. Crawl the fingers forward. Tuck the chin to the chest. Allow the head to be super heavy. Now start to draw the fingers back and roll the spine up, one vertebra at a time. All right, we're going to take it supine. So on the back, make sure you have a strap handy. Bend the knees. Drop the feet to the floor. Keep the legs open as wide as your hips as you move into bridge. Inhale, lift those hips up. Maybe interlace the hands underneath you for a nice shoulder stretch. Your hip flexors should feel pretty open, feel pretty good right now. And I'm going to ask you to close your eyes for this last breath in bridge and keep them closed until we finish this long stretch on the right side. Drop the hips down, release your hands. Keep the left knee bent. Interlace the fingers underneath the right knee as you pull the knee into your chest. Realign the spine by tucking the chin to the chest and take your left leg long. Keep pulling the knee across the rib cage down to the right shoulder. And I want you to squeeze it as hard as you can, creating this amazing compression. Squeeze and squeeze. Left leg active. Breathe.
Breathe.
Squeeze one more time. And now, release the left hand. And see if you can open the right knee to the side. So just open the right knee as much as it wants to open to the side. Keep your eyes closed. With your eyes closed, notice where you feel it in your body. Inhale to take it back to center. This is a great place for a strap, or if you can grab your toe or under the base of the foot. Inhale, extend the right leg overhead, so 2 straight legs. And as if you're going to pull that right leg all the way up and over your head. Keep a soft bend in your knee if that feels good. Breathe, breathe. So you're either using a strap or you have the range of motion. If you don't have a strap because you're flexible, with your index finger and thumb, grab your right toe, release your left arm, take the right leg all the way over to the right. Opening the hip. And notice what's happening in the left side of the body is that left hip coming up. You might even use your left hand to push the left hip back to the mat. But if you're feeling pretty good, gaze over to the left with your eyes closed. On a breath, take the right leg to center. And now take your left hand to the right toe and pull the right leg across the body to the left as you shift your head and neck, gazing to the right. Keep extending through the right heel, so push the right heel away. On the next breath, take it back to center. Pull the knee into your chest one more time. And now extend that right leg long. And notice the difference between the right leg and the left. Notice how relaxed and long that right leg feels. Should feel really good. Just relax. Deep belly breaths. Bring the sole of the right foot on the mat, pointing the right knee to the sky, and pull the left knee into the chest. Interlace the hands underneath the left knee. Take the left knee across the rib cage and down to the left shoulder. Tuck the chin to the chest to re-engage the spine, and now extend the right leg long. So this deep stretch in the hip flexor on the right side. And we're compressing the descending colon on the left side. So squeeze as hard as you can, pulling the knee into the shoulder. Keep squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Flex the right foot, a lot going on. Release the right hand and just allow that bent knee to fall any amount open to the left. Breathe. Inhale, take it back to center. Either use your strap, or if you have the range of motion, thumb and index finger. Straighten that left leg to the sky and flex both feet, pulling the toes to the nose. And then slowly, kindly, gently open the left leg over to the left as you gaze to the right. Push through that left heel and really feel that stretch on the inner thigh and the groin. On an inhale, take it back to center. Switch hands, so the right hand grabs that left toe. And then take that left leg all the way over. Trying to keep the left shoulder down. Pushing through the heels. Breathe. Notice if you're holding your breath. Slowly take it back up. Pull that left knee into the chest one more time, down to the shoulder. Pull, 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 pull. And now release that leg long. And notice how it feels. Breathe. Start to crawl the heels up, grab both knees, round the spine, bring the forehead to the knees, just rock right and left. A couple of times, massaging the lower spine. Drop the knees to the right, arms in a T, taking a spinal twist as we prepare for Shavasana. Enjoy that release of the lower spine. Inhale, knees through center, and drop them to the left, gaze to the right. Inhale back through center. Do whatever you need to do before you release the legs and arms down into your Shavasana. Just taking these few moments at the end of a practice to really allow the body to absorb what just happened. Softening your eyes, your neck, your mind. Feeling that energetic vibration through the stillness.